Hello everybody, Block Koopa here with
ChampionNBloom.
and we're actually recording this one right after the ending of the last one, so Brawl Call 67 is still not here. So it's just the two of us now, and we're gonna go on to the trial.
Let's find Sakura's killer, shall we?
I think we shall.
Let's begin.
Let's do it.
Look at all the pictures with X's through them.
So, your votes will determine the results.
There were like 15 originally, right?
Okay, I don't know
I'll
about
punish
that.
everyone
Huh?
besides the black.
There were like 15 classmates originally, right?
Yes.
To begin.
And now there's 6.
Yeah.
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer, but she must have some reason for believing that.
She's also kind of still grieving.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
You remember what her
Hina's
account is about, right?
Yeah, right, about her giving out the notes, right?
Yeah.
You hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Yeah, we shoot that one when it comes back around.
Yeah.
Low as you can get.
She's grieving, leave her alone.
It was one of you. One of you killed.
And what reason did
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That's the only reason.
That's
Oh, wait.
low. That's
I was-
about
I was-
as low as you-
I was dumb.
It was one of you.
For some reason, I thought it was the next one after that.
You hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only
I thought that I
reason you
remembered it.
have her
No, I didn't mean to shoot that one.
Yeah.
Low.
I didn't mean to shoot that one. I meant to shoot the one to get rid of the noise.
It was one of
Well,
you.
then.
You killed- and
That was an accident, I swear.
You hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have her accusing us? No!
There we are.
I will never get over Hina's voice on Helium.
Yeah.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's no good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Or not to suspect all three of them? I don't remember. I'm not sure if I read that correctly.
Yeah, I didn't. But I didn't want to call you out on it.
The fact that Sakura wanted to
that's
meet
alright.
with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Yeah, shoot Hero's thing. When it comes around to it.
None
Again.
of you went. At least one of you is lying.
There's a clear contradiction in something one of them said just now. If they didn't go see Sakura, then how can they explain it?
The fact that Sakura, there's no way that one of you is
I don't deny that I never went.
I didn't.
Yeah, same here.
Yaku's is great on Helium, too.
Yeah. Byakuya's voice on Helium's fun.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Even she worded it that
There's
way.
no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right. because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason that I know that is...
Oh, wait, hang on. When Sakura got that candy?
I got it.
No.
Yep.
Oh, that was it?
I'm not sure about that, Hero. Hina didn't actually.
That looked weird to me.
Yeah, it did kind of... It was phrased a little bit odd.
So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was... oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. Got a problem with that?
Yes, we do.
Hostility.
Well, we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
Hero sauce.
Normal hostility?
Yeah, he is.
You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Proof?
Also, we figured out which one of them was the imposter, and we didn't vote her off. Instead, she just ended up dying anyway. Which is not how it works in Among Us. You can't actually vote off, or you can't... You can only vote off the imposter. It's the only way to kill them.
I'm talking about her shining
Anyway,
message.
enough with the dumb joke. What would a
The what?
shining message even
At
be?
the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hero, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was...
On the shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
Real quick.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I
What are you
found-
thinking?
I'm trying to think about how I would go about doing this, because I feel like the thing is when he first found the body, he was shooed away almost immediately, right?
Yeah.
So he couldn't have had time to pick up the magazine. It's not like it was open either. It was on the shelf.
Body was discovered.
So I'm trying to figure out how we go about communicating that in the video.
Yeah.
It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
I guess you could scan that and shoot it at Hero's
That's what I was
statement.
thinking. I'll be honest, I actually am not
What I
100%
said
sure
makes total sense.
what we're doing here. I think that's it, though, if I remember correctly.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was.
And I can tell you it was only after the investigation. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Kyoko's voice on Helium is pretty good, too.
Everyone's voice is good on Helium.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Okay, it wasn't.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
I'm sorry?
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Is that how that works?
If only we had one of the notes, then we could recognize her handwriting.
No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Oh, we're doing this already.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
That's the most accurate you've ever been.
Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Do you know what the proof is, by the way?
Not really. This is the first time I've ever been stuck on like proof.
Completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
That's right.
Yeah.
What?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
What?
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
This is out of left field.
As the note asked. What a fool.
And when I got there,
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked for a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
and that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to go now, right?
That's what's...
We know who did it.
Huh?
That...
That is-
Something's not right. So, out of everyone here, Sakura seems like the least likely person to die from brute force.
What are you talking
And
read.
the poison is definitely involved.
There's one thing that Hero's story just now doesn't
And on top of
explain.
what she said.
And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is it that Hero didn't did that doesn't make sense? What he would have had to do after writing the message, it doesn't make sense.
Why the magazine was hidden?
I got it!
Yep.
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying. He's gotta be lying.
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. There's only one choice.
Toko.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hero just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
What?
No doubt Hero attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hero isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hero, tell us what happened one more time.
Are you
so confused?
I was about to ask you, are you sufficiently confused
If we
yet?
go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked
I
Sakura.
feel like I'm getting what the game is like trying to imply, but I feel like that's a bit too obvious,
I don't really see
and I don't know if that's the case at all.
Okay?
Because I've seen a lot of signs pointing towards this, and I'm not sure, but I'm not sure right about it.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hero isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that.
She didn't go just limp. She obviously had time to vomit up blood.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Up. Yeah, you just shoot that. You just shoot that with the status with Kyoko's examination.
Which one should I do?
Shoot the fact that he'll. Wasn't Kyoko's examination an option?
Yeah.
2 blows.
Hero really is the killer.
I didn't want to, but I grabbed him on a coop and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her, and you only hit her.
Yeah, just once.
Yes.
Yep.
No, it's wrong. If Sakura died from Hero's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Correlation between the Monokuma bottles. I feel like it's starting to become clearer. That connection must be... It's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding.
Oh, what's it gonna make a spell? Oh, chess piece.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be something more complicated, like the name of the piece that's missing, which I figured out is the queen.
Nope. Didn't mean to do that.
Not yet.
Oh, sorry. Wasn't thinking.
It's fine.
Now I understand.
Now I'll show you.
That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
Real quick.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that was missing...
It was broken.
I got it! The bottle must have been
Because it was part of the glass shards we collected.
What makes you so sure?
Mm-hmm.
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proves it is... Kyoko and I figured it out before.
That'd be the glass shards of the floor, I think? Oh wait, no, the Monokuma bottle experiment.
Yep.
Didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, we kind of figured this out,
Someone did
though.
their best to clean up the pieces of
Yeah.
one of
During
the
the
bottles,
investigation part.
along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number.
For the other cases, I at least had a general idea of going in of who did it. But now I'm trying to think of all the evidence that we found. Not a lot of it has come together quite yet for enough for me to draw a conclusion.
Yeah.
Because of what it would
This is a
reveal
tricky
about
one.
the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by...
Some bowling aficionados.
Ah, yes.
No, don't go for a second attacker.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was
And you didn't tell us this why?
and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko...
Bold of you to assume they were tight to begin with.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Oh good, I'm not the only one that came to this.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room, and I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. Wait, what?
Was this one you actually need to hear about, or not?
I don't remember. Oh, we're doing 2 of them.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie.
The cake is a lie.
I'm not sure what was different. Oh, that's what it is. I forgot about that. No, I was just about to...
It's a lie.
Oh, you had to pick the right evidence.
I hate you.
Yeah, I figured the glass shards on the floor were wrong.
Yeah,
Enough.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm dumb.
This should prove it.
I'm dumb. I should have noticed that. I wasn't paying attention.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Monokuma, bring the locker down here.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura! No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Again.
What do you mean, probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read...
Okay, now my other theory is falling apart.
So I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go. But I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after you left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back, upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that.
You could have just put it in the incinerator.
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster.
Maybe she wasn't on
growling.
cleaning duty.
And when I turned around,
No, that's true.
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean
Her?
Guess who's back?
It was your fault.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that, Nina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? Thought for sure you could have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Not
What's
yet.
going on?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is...
What is happening?
Kyoko's examination summary status, yellow powder.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
But she was sitting on the chair.
I was just
So what are we doing?
Well, I know which statement to shoot at. Can I look at the bullets, truth bullets one more time? The ones we have.
Yeah, it's Kyoko's examination summary, the yellow powder, and Sakura's body.
Alright, so Sakura's body. Yeah, that's probably what we shoot it at.
Yeah.
What we shoot at. The
Did you wanna
statement
look at
where
the
she
other
said
two,
right there in front of the
or-
shelf. No, I'm pretty convinced.
So you smashed her head.
You got it!
And where did the attack?
Right where I woke up! There in front of the shelf!
Oh, oop. Went too far again.
Yeah, that's.
I was just, and all of a sudden, I remember waking up.
You were taken by. So you smashed her head.
You got it!
And where did the attack?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, it's wrong. We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves that there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf.
The magazine sells bloodstain, I think it is.
I got it!
Yep.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The bloodstain by the magazines is proof of that.
And she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I
And
can
Jill
hold
doesn't share memories, remember?
like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you
That's what we're all asking.
The case has come to an end.
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy.
My brain hurts.
I killed Sakura. Toko just hid in the locker again.
Oh, we can disprove that.
Hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because I was in the locker. It was me, Tia.
Because I saw it for myself.
Because it was me, Makoto.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How did you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's
I
because
can. Thing I've been saying since the beginning of the case.
Could we really be missing something so important? There's another possible explanation. Maybe it's the save button.
Of course.
Of course.
It's
Why
all
didn't I
clear-
think of
it's
it
all-
earlier?
It's all so clear now.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Yeah, we shoot the powder at the shot to the head.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to actually speed up.
I can't think of anything other
Yeah,
than
it's
the
a short
shot
one,
to
so.
her head.
What?
Come on, Makoto, don't clam up now.
Shoot!
I knew it wasn't that.
What was it
Actually,
that
I
killed
thought
Ogre?
that that's what it was.
It
But
wasn't
if
from
you look,
Genocide
I kind of skipped ahead because you always do it. But he kind of gave a hint here in this little thing.
Oh,
We-
I'm on a file.
Yeah, we usually skip it. So
What
I
was it that killed Ogre?
not surprised that you didn't see it.
What was it?
There's no one what killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the
There it is.
No, it's wrong. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poison?
Thank you!
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
Now the only question is, who did it?
Oh, weak in the knees!
Shut up.
It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals.
Real quick.
And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements, I'm positive.
I feel like it came from section A instead, but...
Yep.
Oh,
The poison
I was right.
actually in section A, wasn't it?
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all
You might
those
know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you, since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it? Grr.
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
What?
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, Corp.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Oh, sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoto. Let me try that again. Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched the finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Oh, so it was Aww.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, poison must have been in. Could it be?
Oh gee, I wonder where it could have been. Okay, I know the first word is protein, but I can't tell what the second one is.
Protein and protein accessories.
Drink.
Yeah, there you
Drink. Drink.
No. Okay, I thought that hit the K.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
Real quick, a word from our sponsors over at ExpressVPN.
What?
Proteins
I'm
in
kidding.
the
I'm not.
poison
I'm not sponsored by
It seems only
ExpressVPN.
logical to
Or
assume
anyone.
the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene?
Protein drink.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two
He didn't say for
materials
serious, he
was
said
left
for
in the
real.
chem lab for
I feel
anyone to
gypped.
see.
Evidence that shows who switched them? It has to be. Must be what we found in front of the shelf.
The footprints. Yep.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All
What?
we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
What?
The footprints. They're
I'm back.
mine.
He is back. He came back at
What?
a time. Hi, I am back. How much did I miss? You missed that there were 2 attacks.
Ooh, okay.
Because she was hit in the head twice.
Yeah.
The first attack was when Hiro went to visit her, and he freaked out and smacked her with a bottle.
Okay.
And then the second time, Toko was the one who, well, technically it was Toko, was hiding in the locker.
Okay.
Saw the thing with Kyoko. When she opened the door, she saw all the blood and fainted. And
Saw the thing with Kyoko or Toko?
with Toko, or no, with Hiro. Sorry. And then Toko fainted, and then Genocide Jack came up and freaked out because of Sakura, and then just smacked her with the bottle. But we figured out that wasn't the cause of death. The cause of death was the poison.
Why was there only one chess piece then?
They took the other chess piece, but they didn't. I forgot that you were gone at this point too. The bottles. There were two missing Monokuma bottles.
Yeah.
Because one of them, both of them were used to attack her. It was Toko tried to clean up to make it look like only one bottle was used, but she didn't clean up enough glass, and so there was actually more glass.
Okay.
And so
What
that's how
about,
we
but
figured
she
it
did
out.
grab the second chess piece thing.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so we're like, oh, well then who grabbed the poison? And based on the footprints, we were about to figure it out, and then Hina just confessed.
Gotcha.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
What?
Killer was.
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I...
Why? There's no motive.
Made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are...
Odo and Hina.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours?
No.
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Just Hina. Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Thoughts?
I can't believe it.
What about it?
It makes sense now.
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
Real quick.
And then he saved.
And then he did save.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Thoughts?
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
Thoughts?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it.
She did the thing. Hold it.
Hold
I'm
it.
not
She did it.
convinced.
You're not about to claim
What?
you didn't kill a close friend, are you?
Oh, I realize what she's about to present.
The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person
How is the
alive
room
that
locked then?
sacrificed themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for our
Then what the heck is Hina on about?
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
Thoughts?
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I
What
do,
the heck is going on?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignore.
Are you sure about
I
that?
don't wanna believe it.
Sure about that.
It just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
he's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Why are you so defensive about this?
Yeah, that's just how it was. Well, what can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
Objection!
Was that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done
Oh
with
wait, that does make sense.
I took the protein can that
What
had
were
the
you
poison
were
in it
actually objecting?
and left the room.
I thought you were
Yeah.
just joking. What was your objection?
It doesn't matter now, I was wrong.
Was it the fact that there were no footprints in front of C?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she would have spilled it after going through Section C.
But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A.
Oh.
Yeah.
If that's
There
true,
is an objection.
isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
Let me do a thing.
What's wrong with you,
This time in a format where I can have a bullet time battle.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case.
Yeah, the direction of the footprints does not make any sense.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched them.
Alright, you shoot that with footprints.
Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's
Is
enough.
there?
How much longer must we tolerate this?
First I went to Section... That's when I grabbed and you spilled some of the... Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. I
freaking
moved from
zoom,
Section A.
fast
That's
forward.
Wait,
when
sorry, I
I
missed it.
put the bottle filled
I
with
love
it.
the bottle and left it. That's all there is.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate?
First I went to... That's when I grabbed...
Wait, so that who did it?
Okay,
And then I moved from Section C.
No, that's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Yeah, there it is.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
That's you.
Sorry, I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left the footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part,
I've never seen Byakuya so
there's
flustered.
some new evidence.
I know,
New
right?
evidence.
What?
I will submit the evidence.
I will submit the
After all,
evidence.
you're the one that gave it
love
to me.
that.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue.
Get
A truly
wrecked.
grave oversight.
Oof.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Oh, so he could have just swallowed glass.
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Oh, Makoto, why
Oh,
don't
sorry.
you explain it?
What? We don't know either.
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something this same shade of blue.
The rec room window.
I got it! It's...
We didn't break anything else, did we?
From the rec room door, right?
I don't remember us breaking anything else, but then again, I was gone for a little bit.
Yeah, after the investigation started. So.
No, after the trial started. I left when the trial started.
I thought, oh, right. Wait, so then why did you just not remember the part where...
No, I
Just
remember.
like
I'm
that.
saying I don't remember breaking
So I
anything
think
else.
No, but you did you not
But I
remember the
I
part
wasn't
where
sure whether or not we broke
figured
it.
out... But you... Did you not remember the part where we figured out that there were two Monokuma bottles that were broken?
Yeah, but we didn't break them.
Yeah.
I'm saying
But I had to re-explain it earlier, so that's why I
Yes.
was wondering.
no. Forget what I'm saying is not important. I'm just saying that Makoto only broke the one thing, unless he broke something while I was
Must
gone.
be.
But I don't think that was
Of
the
course,
case.
that
That's what I was
leads
trying to say.
Another question.
No, you're right.
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us...
The rec room wait. According to what Hina told us, it should have been in section
Where she's
A?
saying it should have been, or where is she saying it? Where it is based on what she has said.
Where she said
Yeah.
this.
What she said would be section
Oh, no.
C, would it not? According to her, because it would have been in the poison section, in section C.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's true.
Or-
Yeah, I got that.
No.
No, it was
shoot,
Heck, sorry.
what's
it's
strange
fine. Section A then?
Yeah.
I got it!
Oh, okay, my bad.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Nina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened.
Yeah, Theo, what did you do?
After Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Go ahead and do that.
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened.
The fact that the glass was under the bottle. Can we look at the empty protein drink in the evidence thing? Around and underneath. Okay, that it said what I need to say.
Yeah. Yep. I assume that that's what you were looking for.
Until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely
I just need to figure out where to shoot it.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was
You could
unlocked.
just shoot it at that point. We already got all the information.
Yeah, but I like
the last one.
I guess.
Okay, whatever.
I wasn't thinking of it.
Until those, it absolutely.
So you're someone plant? No.
It had to have been.
It had to be. It was in there before
Oh,
the rec room
with-
was unlocked.
That was dumb. Okay, got it.
There we go.
It was a bad shot.
The massive airball.
Yeah.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put
Bianca, you're looking awful,
broken
awful flustered right about now.
after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
I'm just gonna do this again real quick.
that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison?
I didn't mean to.
I thought we all
press
agreed
replay.
she
It was
was
just
tricked
not-
It was
into
just not.
drinking
So,
it
and I
because
got
of
to
the
both ones in
protein
time.
can.
Indeed.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What
Oh, was my original assumption right?
Depends what was your
You're
original
saying
assumption.
She drank it knowing what it
I originally assumed that someone made it, someone dressed it all up to make it look like a suicide case. But now I'm thinking it might actually be a suicide case. Except that does not match what I know of Sakura.
Then tell us
Yeah, I feel like she's too strong to do something like that.
Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
It's a very good question.
I say it pretty interesting. Or I say it pretty recently. The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been...
It wasn't Hiro, we know that much. Did Hina bring it or did Sakura bring it herself? It's... Hina won, probably. Let's go with Sakura, and if I'm wrong, we go with Hina.
I got it!
Oh, I'm right.
I think
Yeah.
it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
Wait, did we know that?
Lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it.
I don't know.
I know what it is.
Am I supposed to know what it is? Did we...
I think so.
You're a liar!
Maybe not.
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong!
We're also unsure of whether a game like this would do a suicide thing. Or hold a trial for that matter.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're
So do you
wrong.
always,
I'm telling
shoot,
you, I did it.
to the
No, I don't have
fourth
to.
beat?
I don't have to.
Do you just do it?
I just do it.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should
Yep.
prove it.
Alright.
The yellow powder on her foot.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Thoughts?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
If she has her name on it, that's amazing.
That powder was yellow,
Huh?
wasn't
Oh,
it?
did it?
I didn't actually notice.
It's funny.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
How do you explain the
Is there any
footprints?
problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura.
Was
Hold on.
I knew it was the save screen the whole time.
It was the save screen. So suspicious, that one.
Yeah. Gotta keep an eye
Connection
on
between
that one.
Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it.
We already
It's definitely
nailed down
Sayaka.
that she knowingly ingested poison.
It was definitely Sayaka, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What are we doing?
Go to Sakura's portrait.
Did you notice that they're different sizes too, by the way?
Based on
the person's
Yeah.
height? Isn't that funny?
I noticed.
Take that.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it.
I noticed the wording surrounding this case kind of hinted towards this, but I didn't want to believe it quite yet.
I was trying to get you to not think that. First of all, that wasn't a lie at the beginning. I do think that he puts question marks in all the other cases. I'm pretty sure he does. But I saw that that's what you noticed, and then you specifically started to question it, which you ended up being correct. I was trying to mislead you just a little bit to see if you would think of other things. But also, I wasn't lying. I'm pretty sure there's question marks on all the other ones as well. At least,
Yeah,
if not
that-
all of
and
them,
that
I'm
made-
100% sure where you're referring
And that made me start
this is
suspecting.
FP11.
And that's made me start suspecting Hiro and then Toko again.
Yeah.
And then after that, I had no idea what to do. And then Hina confessed.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, everything is going out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course.
Sakura wanted to create the locked room,
I got it!
so he couldn't come in and save her.
Locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there.
Still, that seems
drank
so
the
out of
poison,
character,
and
though.
breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
Also, Hina's screwing with evidence now.
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you
Oh, I didn't
knew
notice this.
Sakura was dead.
I didn't notice this either.
And because the
The
bottle
first time.
of poison had rolled
Actually,
near
I
the
didn't think of it
doorway.
this time either, but still.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
This I did notice.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
And I think it seemed relatively
You said you
reasonable,
were
but
going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
I thought that seemed reasonable.
Once you were
I
at the
thought it
chem
was
lab,
reasonable
you
the first
headed
time as
straight to the
well,
section where the protein powder
but
was kept.
after re-seeing it, I noticed that.
There, you took the powder and
That was
poured it into
instead
a
of
bottle
going to go get
poison
the
you
others,
grabbed
that's
from
when
the
she
rec
came up
room.
here.
When you left the lab, all you
So
had
why
was
did
an
she
empty
do
powder
this?
can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone. Oh, Ogre. Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed. I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground.
The thing that actually I think was kind of weird about it, and it's something I'm willing to dismiss because it's not that crazy, but all she had to do was lie when Kyoko asked, did anyone accidentally kick or trip over the can? She could have just lied
Yeah,
and
but
said she did. That
Yeah, but I
way-
don't think she realized that's what she was leading at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm willing to dismiss it, but she could have lied.
My question is what happened with the word Toko inside the magazine. Did we ever figure that out?
Yes, Hiro hit Sakura first and thought that he had killed her. So he wrote Toko's name on the magazine in order to frame her.
Okay.
But Toko saw it through the pulled in the locker, and so when she got out, she was the one who put it back.
God, she put it back upstairs.
Yeah.
God.
You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless
That's the
body.
reason why it's weird, is because Hina would have should have been the first one to just immediately run
The
up to the
Hina
body.
I know never would have left her side in a situation like
And that's
that.
why it's weird.
Yeah. Thoughts?
So,
That checks out.
Sakura committed
Yeah.
suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to
But
undermine
why?
the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet,
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Thoughts?
Hey, you did the same thing with Chihiro.
I know, right?
That's a good point.
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this
What?
properly.
You
With the save screen.
You boys know what that means. Yes, with the save screen. You boys know what that means.
Focus.
Yay! Alright, so this one's obviously Byakuya reading the note. Because it fits.
True. Yeah,
Well, first I'm just calling through everything so everyone sees.
fair enough.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay. Toko going, and I'm assuming hiding in the closet.
Yep. Which I think would be the one on the far left.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And him coming in and seeing her.
There's no
Just
blank spaces on this
generally
page.
Yeah, there's no blank spaces.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then swinging at him with her with a thing. I'm gonna assume that it's back.
The one with the
just,
break-
Just a bunch of shards of glass on the thing. Or
I'm
on the
gonna-
floor, right?
I would say it's the one with the breaking queen.
The queen
Or
or
the breaking knight.
I think it's the knight, yeah.
The rook.
It's
yeah,
knight.
the knight.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
ridiculous. Alright, so then immediately he wrote Toko in the notebook
Mm-hmm. And then
to blame her.
And then he ran.
She came in, saw it. She would have.
She would have read the magazine. But which image convey? Oh wait, no wait. She had to come out of the locker first, obviously.
Oh.
So go to the far
Did
right.
we use that image? Oh yeah, there we go. Here it is. She read the thing, and
Here,
then
sorry.
would have put it back.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she put it back upside down.
Okay. She gets up and startles her.
Yep. And then she wakes up.
She sees
Aw,
the blood,
she caught her.
passes out,
That's cute.
gets up. Or
And
no.
that's the Shattering Queen.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because then she cleaned up the queen.
And she cleans it up and then runs off.
And then Genocide Jill gets Sonic legs.
Yes.
Yeah. She gets back
The
in the other
poison.
direction. That one of her holding the poison with bloody
Yeah.
hands, chugging it. Then we open the door, we bust in, see her. That's someone hiding. Sees the bottle on the ground and pockets it? Question mark?
Also, I know.
Or puts it in a jacket? No,
Yeah,
pockets it first. Pockets it.
Yeah, pockets it first.
Yes. And then goes and then places the can when everybody gets it.
Yep. A neat little detail that I just noticed is that the killer is not smirking in this time.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, the
Yeah, so
killer.
the,
killer. Granted,
Not
the
that
killer
one.
only appears
Not that
in...
one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
Oh, my
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
I accidentally put the wrong one. Granted, the killer, she only appears in 2 frames. And
Yeah, I
actually,
noticed it
technically,
on the other page.
what I thought was interesting about it was, we discovered that the actual quote-unquote killer was Sakura. Yet Sakura is in full
Filled in.
detail.
But
Yeah,
Hina's
and
the
then
one that
it makes sense
Hina.
because Hina's the one being all sneaky.
Yeah, but
Not
she
Sakura.
wasn't the killer.
Yeah, I don't know.
which is the thing that it's an interesting thing. So is that are we good with that?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Killer is you! This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Then why did she ask to meet? It's still a pretty unanswered question.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
I'm not entirely sure why she did that.
No.
What?
Huh?
What?
What are we missing here? Not her hiding in the thing?
Is there one of her seeing the lock? What? Is that shutting herself into the locker?
Yeah.
Oh.
We flipped him.
That's dumb.
Oh, and that's her peeking out.
Yeah, we flipped him.
Okay.
Oh, that's lame. Whatever.
But one of them headed out
Yeah.
a bit earlier than
I
the
didn't
others.
even notice it,
Yeah.
honestly.
That's fine.
I didn't notice it.
Oh well.
She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
That makes sense now that I look at it, though.
Yeah.
She found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards, and chest piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later
I love the confused look on Kyoko's face.
She's like, what?
We had to smash the door's window to get inside.
Gosh.
But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
I highly doubt she had the same reason as Byakuya to just screw with the crime scene.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life.
Alright, let me just do one of these real quick.
And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
Thoughts?
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh?
Because you lost.
Well, I mean,
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Thoughts?
I do remember her saying that.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all those points!
Blue points.
And guess what that means?
Coin!
Cash money! Cash money.
Yeah,
Okay,
baby.
okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted
Well, you
yet.
haven't told us to yet, you
Oh yeah,
idiot.
that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
He's a little sadder when he said this.
He seems a little bit more depressed than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he doesn't get to do an execution.
And it's still grayed out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Just gonna do this again.
This was a doozy.
Yeah.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done. Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What do you
And
think?
yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is
Because... That's exactly what I wanted.
What?
What?
I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all you pushed her to a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should
I couldn't
be
let her be
one
the only
to
one
die.
that died.
What?
You don't mean. You were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is
You
this?
still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this.
Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note.
Suicide note?
Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No,
You tried to protect me, but because of me, my closest friends my friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You asked to meet... Oh, that's why she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Thoughts? Listen, don't do it. They all gang up on you at once, even you.
I feel like even if all three of them ganged up, she'd still overtake them.
About that.
Yeah, it's still would.
Well, one of them is a serial killer.
I mean,
so.
if she's in that form, then
Yeah.
maybe it's a little bit of a different story, but...
Yeah. Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Yeah, okay. Sakura... She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding. Don't stand here and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Yikes.
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You can't. Oh. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
Huh? I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to... Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. Went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized. Saw that someone had taken from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by that time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in! Please open the door! Thoughts?
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. She got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. Tried to protect her and I suffered for it, and that just added to the weight she had to carry. I didn't even realize it. Hina, we killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. That's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey, hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but...
It's time to save!
Hey!
It's just taking so long! I'm about to fall asleep over here! I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say?
Don't do it, you know. Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is,
Yes, indeed.
don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
Huh? I didn't forget.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was on me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
What? Then you lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now, well now, well now, well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
You filthy little...
Damn it.
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? Yes, you did technically
Yes,
falsify evidence.
actually.
The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the world had factored in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing.
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut.
And
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it in using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. Oh god.
Hey,
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
but hold on.
Isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, jeez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem.
I was like, are you gonna do a hem in Monokuma's voice?
He did.
My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you.
I like how his narrator voice is just the same voice.
Yeah.
Do you really want me to do Monokuma faking an accent or something like that?
You don't have to do that, I'm just messing with you.
I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the... Wait, am I supposed to be reading this, or is
Yeah,
Monokuma
because it's her.
supposed to be reading
Because it's
this?
her thing.
But Monokuma's one
This is a
reading it.
flashback.
Okay,
Thank God.
It is a flashback, you're right. It is our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
Why is every other line... Okay, whatever. You must not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel.
So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise. no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course! Because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to you all led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Even the serial killer. I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh? That feels sad.
Sakura
Yeah, this is that type of game, huh?
didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible. Thoughts?
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I've chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. All you can do, and you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry I asked you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to my Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see me.
I never saw you
They'll
as
see.
my enemy. You
Oh,
were
they'll see.
only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
I need a moment, hang on. But in the end, all her modeling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all.
Well, no, it didn't.
God, I
We're
feel
still
horrible
alive.
saying that.
Still alive. No, incorrect.
In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Actually, it's because of your stupid meddling.
Yeah, actually, it's because of your stupid
Yeah, it's
meddling.
actually all his fault.
It has nothing to do with Ina's meddling. It has everything to do with Monokuma's stupid meddling.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead. She deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Huh?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Darn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her, I can't blame her, and nobody can blame Hina either.
For what?
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about all of that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other.
He's absolutely right about that.
Byakuya, shut up. Lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you?
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game.
It
Which
just
is
stopped
why
playing.
I am bowing out of the game.
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina are both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of this game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me.
There's no point participating in a game in which which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What's going on here?
Now I have only one thing to look forward to,
It's all
and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment on the one who thinks they can control me.
Byakuya, does this mean...
Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go, and if that X-Mind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Oh,
Everyone.
gosh, why? Well, now you can say Sakura's death has no... Now can you say Sakura's death has no meaning?
Yes, I can and I will. How boring. But nothing good could come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time?
Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time. Wait, what?
You stopped in the middle of reading it.
Yeah. Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead.
You're not gonna...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the Bear times 1 rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest.
A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Huh?
What? Well,
I completely forgot about this.
no!
Dude, the ending of this level really got to me. Especially this. The part where he said, but we're still gonna have a punishment, and I have a special guest. I didn't know it. I didn't know that this was the special guest. You suck, man. You turned into a mingled hunk of junk.
Phew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After they stay for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Thrilled is where it's at.
That one.
Still can't do else.
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts growing. You might think I'm just an inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
Shut up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. You killed him.
Is this what you call animism? Where soul the world's within all things? Even, like, laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally? No, I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with a laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start.
What?
What do you
You
think?
knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was... I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course, I didn't care if you had access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help, and at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a beatingless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low could get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear someday you will pay for this.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tunes of yours truly.
Tones.
One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school.
What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the Mastermind. I've spoken with the Mastermind off and on this whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the Mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What? You get to stop at the most important bit?
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve.
Fine, but at least Sakura's note.
Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it.
But...
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
what is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note.
Let me just say this to the Mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you jerk. no matter what, and that's seriously it.
And that's seriously it.
Huh. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay it down and die? She'll fight you?
Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well,
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard.
Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
who?
Hey,
What?
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plan to bomb on us or something? If we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
but
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Oh yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But Dots.
Ian must still feel responsible.
Tell back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge.
Except for when you did.
Yeah, except for when you did. What are you talking about? Kyoko
Yeah,
and
except for when you
Makoto were
did.
the ones who figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Dots. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Oh boy.
No, 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 no!
Oh no.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why'd I ever go for a sleazeball like him? Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you sleazeball because you are. Sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder we don't have any friends.
You don't have any friends.
You don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with him. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse give and take me. Oh gosh, why?
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope Speak Academy.
We still don't get to know what she was gonna try though.
But the story wasn't even
Okay, whatever.
try to
Stop apologizing so much?
I guess. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us.
Yeah.
That's soon. Okay then.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. Hold on.
A save screen.
Hey, save your game.
Did that get picked up?
I could hear a voice. I don't know. Did it?
Nicholas, did that get picked up?
I could, but I couldn't figure out what you said.
I said, hey, save the game.
What? Key up. Wake up.
Huh? The voice dragged me from my deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
How'd you get into my room?
How did you get in here?
Yes, it's me. Okay, that's the voice already.
Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up.
Oh, I see. Wait, but my door.
It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless.
It was unlocked? Are
Oh.
you serious?
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised.
What time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course.
It's 3 a.m.? Oh boy, 3 a.m. Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour?
That's pretty good. No, I switched to midnight now. It's not midnight though. It's just in the
close
middle
to
of the night.
yeah. It's
Okay, whatever.
so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask.
What's your favor?
So...
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that.
Okay, but how do you plan to do that?
It's a very good
I
question.
was planning on waiting till it did the end of chapter screen, but I don't remember how long this takes, and so I think it's best to just leave it off here and leave that for next time.
Oof. Okay.
Alright.
But yeah, so that was a thing. I'm definitely gonna have to cut that into 2 episodes.
At least.
I keep forgetting to do that.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting to do that in the middle of the trials.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
But anyway,
I think
that's
we're gonna
it.
end here.
We're gonna end it there. See you guys next time.
Yep, stay tuned till next time where we're gonna figure out what Sakura meant by "will fight you"
Indeed.
and figure out what favor Kyoko wants.
Indeed.
It
Bye.
made me go on a date. Who knows? I'm just kidding.
Uh.
No, I'm just joking.
Bye.
Anyway.